Welcome to Christ-Centered Living, CCL. Welcome to today's episode, A Sinful Choice. Have you ever felt so afraid, so backed into a corner, that you tried to force an ending for your own story? Maybe you made choices out of fear, hoping to fix your situation, only to find yourself deeper in the struggle. Today's episode is about exactly that, about desperation, brokenness, and a God who can still write a new chapter. You can find this story in Genesis chapter 19. After the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot and his two daughters sought refuge in the mountains. They settled in a cave, isolated, alone, and afraid. Lot, an old man, had lost everything. His daughters, stripped of their future, felt hopeless and lost. One evening, the older daughter turned to her sister and whispered, "Our father is old. There are no men left to give us children, as is the custom all over the earth. Our family line will end here if we do nothing." Her words, though desperate, carried weight. Without husbands, without children, their family name would vanish into the shadows of history. So she proposed a plan. "Let's get our father drunk with wine and sleep with him. This way, we can preserve our family line." The younger daughter hesitated, but the weight of isolation pressed upon them both, and in their desperation, they convinced themselves this was the only way. That night, they gave Lot wine until he was too drunk to realize what was happening. The older daughter lay with him. Lot, lost in a haze of intoxication, was unaware of what had transpired. The next night, they repeated their plan. They gave Lot wine, and again he drank until he was no longer aware. The younger daughter lay with him. In time, the truth of their actions became evident. Both daughters were pregnant. The older gave birth to a son and named him Moab, the father of the Moabites. The younger bore a son named Ben-Ami, the father of the Ammonites. The cave, once a place of refuge, became a place of shame. What began in fear led to sin, and its consequences would echo through generations. Later in the Bible, we see that the Moabites and Ammonites became constant enemies of Israel. Tension, conflict, and hostility marked their relationship for generations. Their persistent sin and idolatry would ultimately lead to their downfall and judgment. Dear listeners, this is one of the darkest stories in the Bible. A story that exposes how fear can cloud judgment and how desperation can drive us down a path we never intended to walk. Lot's daughters felt forgotten, abandoned, and hopeless, so they acted out of fear rather than faith. How often have we tried to fix things in our own strength? We all have made choices we regret. Fear should never drive us to sin. Maybe you're in such a place of regret and shame today, or you feel trapped by your past, thinking there's no way forward. But hear this: God is not done with you. No past is too messy, no mistake too great that He cannot redeem it. Your story isn't over. Repent. Accept the forgiveness only God can provide, and trust Him to lead you to restoration. Thank you for joining me for this challenging yet hopeful episode. If this story spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs reminding that no cave is too deep for God's mercy to reach. Until next time, keep holding on, keep trusting, and remember, God is still writing your story. God bless you.